Welcome back to the Knock-On Effect, the rugby show where we say what the pundits won't. Ireland have just scraped over the line against Wales. The Triple Crown is in the bag and the Grand Slam is still on the cards. But if we play like that against the French, we can kiss any hopes of 3 in a row goodbye. In today's video, we'll be giving our reaction to what turned out to be a very difficult match. Let's get stuck in. What have we just witnessed? Let's break it down. The French beat this team 45-0 3 weeks ago. First off, a huge round of applause has to go to Wales. We've said it many times in this channel. Wales have always had 23 men available who are willing to put their bodies on the line for the jersey. Jack Morgan, take a bow. He's been a phenomenal leader for this young squad. Toby Faletau played a blinder. Tom Rogers looked as lively as ever on the wing, but the biggest praise undoubtedly has to go to Matt Sherratt. He did what Gatland failed to do. He pulled this squad together and breathed life back into them. Wales looked like a cohesive unit today. They were an utter nuisance at the breakdown, and by God did they make this game ugly. They attacked well in numbers. Ireland were lucky that a couple of handling errors kept Wales from scoring more. In particular, the disallowed try I thought was very harsh. When you slow the replay down frame by frame, the players' actions will always be over-exaggerated. For me, there wasn't clear separation, and I would have viewed it as enough downward pressure. Let us know in the comments what way you would have called it. All in all, the Welsh should be immensely proud of their valiant effort. Much improved. Fair play. Ireland. Fuck me, that was bad. Jack Conan scored a brilliant try in the opening exchanges, but after that, we didn't look interested until what, the 60th, 70th minute? This match needed someone to grab it by the scruff of the neck. We seriously played into the hands of the Welsh game plan here. The amount of errors was ridiculous. The England and Scotland matches made me think that we had learnt our lessons from the autumn series, but this was a serious regression today. Balls on the deck, silly penalties, and the card. Ringrose has been fantastic this year, but for me that was a red all day long. Reckless and at pace. He put us under some serious pressure. Now, having 14 men certainly didn't help, but we looked tired today. This is what so many people are giving out about. You can't play more or less the same 23 men week in, week out and not expect a certain level of fatigue. We need to open up the pool of these so-called trusted players so we can rely on more players in moments like this. Gus McCarthy, Cormac Isachukwu, Gavin Coombs, John Hodnett, Cathal Ford. These players have been lighting up the URC this season. What do they have to do to be called upon? Easterby didn't want to make any changes today. Jack Crowley sitting on the bench until the 68th minute, bringing on Murray in the 78th minute. Should they have better use at home? Peter O'Mahony played 80 minutes today. Do we not trust anybody else to step in? He has his last home game next week after a career where he's given blood, sweat and tears for Irish rugby. A bit of common sense wouldn't go astray. Sam Prendergast. I've afforded him a lot of grace. He was non-existent for large portions of that match. He did not command the play well whatsoever for the first 60 or so minutes. Granted, he came into life in the closing stages. Brilliant 50-22 and a couple of clutch penalties, but equally very poor defensively and a handful of misplaced kicks. I don't know if any other player in the country would be afforded 60 minutes in a Test 10 jersey to warm up when we have Crowley on the bench. The narrative has gone from Prendergast being needed to be given game time to Crowley is more effective off the bench to wherever the fuck we are now. Prendergast fluctuated greatly today. He reminded me of Manny Libok. He has the potential to create magic, but it's anyone's guess when he's going to try and pull out the magic wand. Don't say complacency didn't creep in today, because it did. We looked like a fish out of water at times. The positive being, this game had banana skin written all over it. Wales under new management in the Millennium Stadium was always going to be a tough task. but we overcame it. We said in the preview that we thought Ireland had too much quality in the 23 to succumb to an upset. I thought this was epitomised brilliantly by Van der Fleer and Burns' turnover in the closing minutes. Picking a man of the match was a tough one, but for me, it was Bundee Aki. Him coming on swung the momentum back in our favour. He had a handful of turnovers himself and he really put his body on the line today. Look, there's a serious danger of over-exaggerating what this match means. Wales were immensely improved and we were down to 14 men for 20 minutes. We need to play better. Nonetheless, we came out on top. We count our blessings, learn our lessons and move on. That being said, I can't help but feel like the lack of rotation will come back to bite us. Stay tuned as we'll be going over all the matches on Monday night. For now, cheers for watching, catch you at the next one.